Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, Sean Locke, John Richardson, Rosie Jones, Harry Hill, Mr. Swallow, Susie Dent, Rachel O'Reilly, and your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, a show about letters, numbers and conundrums. If you thought lockdown was long and boring, strap in. OK, let's meet tonight's players. First up is John Richardson. Do you know what I love about John Richardson? Because I don't.
But that implies there is something.
You're looking very rugged, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't getting enough respect.
He does look intimidating, like the king of the wing. but a nonce's wing.
And John's teammate, Rosie Jones. If anyone says that disabled lesbians like Rosie Jones shouldn't be on TV, she just sticks 2 fingers up, and that relaxes her.
You are looking great. I feel like the global pandemic looks good on you.
Thanks very much, I think.
They were doing, obviously, discounts at the hair transplant centre.
Yeah, your team maybe should hold back on the hair loss jokes. If you put Harry, you and me in a line, it looks like the before and afters.
I'm not bald.
What, sorry?
Yeah, he's balding. There's a difference.
I'm not balding. I've been like this since I was 13.
Up against them this evening is team captain Sean Locke. In his spare time, Sean enjoys football, caravan holidays, and eating exotic meats in Chinese wet markets. And joining Sean tonight is Harry Hill. Fun fact, if you put Harry Hill in a glass of water and he floats, it means he's gone off and you shouldn't eat him. Sean, did you learn any new skills during lockdown?
I'll tell you one thing I worked on. I tried to get my Uber taxi rating down to 1.
Really?
From the drivers. There's a skill in getting it down to 1.
How did you manage it?
Oh, I would do lots of different things, like... I started off just making animal noises in the back. Just all the animal noises for the journey, and that just annoyed them. And then I got more sophisticated. I hollowed out a Halloween pumpkin in the back seat. They don't like that. One of them, the light wasn't working, so I read my book with a sparkler. And on one journey, I refused to stop playing my anti-travel sickness bongos. I said, look, either I stop playing these or I throw up all over your cab, your choice. And that way I got it spot on 1. I kept it there for a while. I was very pleased with that.
Harry, did you pick up any new skills in lockdown that are going to help you tonight?
I've loved the return of wildlife to our shores. It's never quite enough for David Attenborough, of course. Everything's going extinct. Well, maybe things wouldn't be going extinct if he hadn't told us where they were all hiding in the first place. I'd never even heard of a lemur until he pointed one out to me. But anyway, never quite enough, is it, for him? How many rhinoceroses do you need? 6 is plenty, surely.
What else are you going to put in a zoo?
And another thing about zoos is, don't put stuff in the cages with them for them to hide behind. It's a form of entertainment.
Yeah, I agree.
If I paid to buy a ticket, I expect a show. You don't go to see, you know, Hamlet and Ian McKellen comes on and hides behind a rock.
You'd be very disappointed.
I shouldn't have to take a stick to a zoo. Shouldn't have to do that. And a packet of Watsits to bring the monkeys to the front. So, yeah, no, so in answer to your question, I've been watching the wild birds and I've learnt some bird impressions.
Oh, really? How lovely. I think we'd love to hear.
Would you like me to do
We'd
that?
love to hear some bird impressions, yes.
Well, if you'd like to suggest a British wild bird, it has to be a British wild bird.
What about a robin? Could I hear the robin?
OK, that we'd love to see on our Christmas cards. Of course, they don't see a penny of that. Here we go. So, hang on, please, quiet, please. Can I just have a moment here? The robin. OK, the robin, here we go. can't do the noises. Come on.
Rosie, you write for the Netflix show Sex Education. Do you find it weird writing about sex?
No. My highlight on it was I got to write a sex scene for Gillian Anderson. Jimmy, I love her. And I thought about it a lot. And the channel said to me, we can't use the sex scene.
Why not?
It was too dirty. Also, they said it was weird when halfway through the scene, that girl with cerebral palsy, she jumped out of that wardrobe wearing a gimp mask and got stuck in.
If you're watching Gillian Anderson, you be careful. You check the wardrobe.
I'll be there.
That's a hell of a catchphrase, isn't it? It's Rosie, I'll be there.
Sean, have you got a mascot?
Of course I have, Jimmy. When have I ever let you down? So, I said to my one of my kids, they were asking me for a word, I said, look it up in the dictionary. And she went, you must be joking. And I thought about it, she's right, dictionaries, they're just intimidating, they're too big, there's too much stuff in them. So I thought I would make a dictionary, you know, slim it down a bit. And first thing I thought, we'll get rid of some of the longer words. You know, no one uses long, arcane words, you know, like, you know, recalcitrant. No one uses that, do they?
No.
Happiness. That's gone. Holiday. When was the last time you said I was going on a holiday?
We don't need it.
Out. Passport, sunstroke, paella. Fuck off. But the other thing I realised about dictionaries is not only are they too big, they're also boring. Yes. What word am I looking for? I don't know. Think of a word.
Abacus.
Abacus, yeah. So abacus, you go. It's easy, isn't it? A, B. You're there. You're in. You know. So what I've done, I've created Sean Locke's difficult dictionary. It's tough. It's hard. It's $9.99. This dictionary is so difficult. I guarantee you'll never use it. That's from Alan Shearer. He had a go on it. He really struggled. So what I do is, rather than you find the word from the first letter of the word, you find it from the fourth. So countdown would be under N.
C-O-U-N.
Very good, N. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, Susie, that's your go. You've had your go now. So, unsuitable. John?
You?
No, because the first letter is the same as the fourth, so then we go to the fifth letter. So it'd come under I.
I, yeah.
Jimmy, I'll go on for you. Rabbits.
B?
No, you idiot.
Fourth.
It's a plural, isn't it? Comes under S. And I've got rid of all the three-letter words. You know,
Who was using them?
Well, if you need a dictionary to understand how to spell a three-letter word like hat, you want to look under P for help. All this has been leading to that joke, basically. All of this. Croissant. Anyone? Croissant. Anyone?
I for croissant.
No, it's under E for baked goods. Biscuits. Anyone?
S.
E for baked goods again.
Yeah.
But baked goods is a plural.
Eh?
Baked goods is a plural, so it should be on
Well, I
S.
knew I would fucking bump into you. So, there we go.
I'm more intrigued by the fact you thought we didn't need the word passport anymore, but you've kept abacus.
I haven't. There's actually literally nothing in here.
Sherlock, everyone. Rosie, if you got a mascot, what did you bring?
So I thought about the last time I won something, and it was 20 years ago.
20 years ago? What did you win 20 years ago?
I won a Child of Achievement. And only 200 children won this every single year.
200 children?
Some children won it for saving their family from burning buildings.
Is that what you got it for?
No.
OK.
Some people won it for giving a kidney to their siblings.
Is that what you want it for?
No. I won Child of Achievement literally for smiling. Here I am with the award, looking like an 80-year-old woman. And I also got a book, and I just want to read a quote. Shit. Fuck, where am I?
It's a hell of a quote.
That's what Neil Armstrong had said.
Right, Rosie has cerebral palsy. No shit. And they're described by her class teacher as the most delightful girl. That's it.
That's it.
I'm not over it.
You've really got to win tonight. You've got to win tonight. John, did you bring a mascot?
Long story short, I've got quite into my community and I've signed up now as part of our neighbourhood watch.
Ooh.
You know, it's nice to look out for. You know, one of our neighbours, for example, she doesn't go out much. So what we do, every night we just take it in turns. We have a little walk around the outside of her house, just tap on her windows, give her a little wave, and we make sure it's a different person every time, so she knows we're all looking out for her. Some nights I'll take, like, one of my daughter's teddies and I'll just bring it up at the window and just wave like that. You know, just let her know that we care about her and we're thinking about her. But anyway, it's my night tonight. I'm supposed to be on Neighbourhood Watch, me and my D next door.
Come in, balding squirrel. Come in, balding squirrel. Over.
Yes, hello, irritable owl. This is Balding Squirrel. What can I help you with? Over.
It's happened again. Unknown feces in the same place. What do you want me to do with it?
There's been a turd at the same place in our street every night for the last 2 weeks now. And he's convinced it's a human, and I think it's just a dog who likes sweet corn.
Hey up, hold on a minute. Your Lucy, she's having a pizza delivered, John. Hey, I didn't know they did wine. Hey up, hold on, he's going in with it.
It's nosy people, innit? It's just nosy bastards.
Harry, have you got a mascot?
Yeah, I have. Well, look, it's a sort of a mascot, Jimmy. It's a project I've been working on. I don't know about you, but I find if I've got a fridge that's packed full of stuff, I find it very difficult to locate what I'm looking for.
No, that can be a problem, yeah.
Which is why I've been developing with the guys at Curry's Politically Correct World. I've been working on the voice-activated fridge. You open the door, you shout your requirements at the top of your voice, then it delivers directly to you what you're looking for. The voice-activated fridge. So, are you hungry, Jimmy?
Well, I am actually very hungry, yeah.
You're hungry? Well, look, how about, you know, if you tell me what you're after, I've got an early
quite large,
prototype
isn't it?
of the voice-activated fridge.
Okay.
Perhaps we could demonstrate it for you. Does anyone know how to tie a bow? There we are. I'm donning the garb of the...
Don't mess your hair up.
So what would you like?
Maybe a cheese salad?
It's something like a cheese salad, of course, because, you know, you don't want to interfere with the adrenaline high you get from telling your jokes. So, a cheese salad comprising lettuce! This is lettuce there. What else would we have in a salad? Some tomatoes! That's enough tomatoes. Cucumber! Okay, and spring onions! Spring onions! Lots of those. Now, Jimmy, when it comes to cheese, what do you like your cheeses hard, or like me, do you prefer the soft cheeses like brie and camembert?
I like a hard cheese. Harder the better.
Of course you do. Cheese! It's a big piece. I think the ratio of cheese to the rest of the salad is a little bit... Now, Jimmy, when it comes to salad dressing, do you like salad dressing, or do you, like me, prefer it nice and dry?
I like a lot of salad dressing.
Thought you would. Salad dressing! Thank you. The cheese salad there for you, Jimmy, and the voice-activated fridge. Thank you.
Orange fridge, everyone. Over in Dictionary Corner, it's Mr. Swallow.
Sort this out.
Mr. Swallow, what's going on?
Hang on 2 secs. Whew. Okay. Right. I touch your face while you are sleeping. Stop doing that, and maybe she will stay another day. Do you know what I mean? That is why she is off.
OK, and with Mr. Swallow, of course, Susie Dent. Susie, it says here you've been teaching Alexa to understand regional dialects. How are you getting on?
You can teach a lot of things. I taught her basically local, regional words for things. You can ask her whether it's scone or scone, and she will fill you in. I mean, it's a work in progress, Alexa. I think she's brilliant.
So
you can ask her, for example, you know, please order Susie Dent's new book, and she will do it.
Really, whereas a regular human would think you were joking. And in charge of the numbers, it's Rachel Riley. Rachel, you recently became a mum. How's it going?
Well, it's given me a newfound respect for Geordies.
What?
Because, you know, at the football, Newcastle fans are always there with their tops off. It's bloody cold having your nips out in winter.
Having your nips out in winter?
I'm breastfeeding, so she just has a little bit and then she goes off and it's very cold. And I keep just forgetting that they're out, so I've accidentally sent my nipples in photos to friends because you're looking at how cute the baby is and you don't see the nipples.
Was there a baby in that photo? I've got to look again. OK, the prize the teams will be competing for tonight is this, a set of Countdown houseplants. OK, let's count down, everyone. Time for our first game. John and Rosie, you get the first pick of the letters.
Can I have a consonant?
Thank you, Rosie. Start with T.
And a vowel.
E.
Consonant.
P.
Vowel.
A.
Vowel.
I.
Consonant.
G.
Consonant.
R.
Vowel.
E.
Sounds like you're calling vowels in for their tea. Vowel! Get in Sean.
And I'll have a consonant.
And for the first time today, here's the countdown clock.
You're not fooling me, Jimmy. You might have got them all sucked in, but I know something's up.
Someone inside it, isn't it? Someone inside it.
Someone inside it, pressing
Plucking it from the inside.
Rosie, how many?
6.
John, how many?
Well, 7, but I think I've spelt it wrong.
How many letters, Sean?
6 letters, Jimmy.
OK. Harry?
6 letters.
6 letters. OK, so, Rosie, what was your word?
Berate.
Berate. I'm just going to double-check. Is that in the dictionary, berate?
Berate?
No, not your dictionary. I want to check in on Sean's dictionary. Sean, is that in your dictionary?
No, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's no points available for berate because it doesn't mean anything. It's not in Sean's dictionary.
No longer means anything.
Sean, you're 6.
Pirate!
Harry, you're 6.
Well, I was berate too.
John, for the win, the 7.
Beer tap.
Beer tap.
Yeah, but I don't think it's...
I'm going to check in the boring, old-school,
No, John,
frankly,
it's not there.
outdated dictionary.
Yeah, it's not there, John, sorry.
6 points to both teams. Mr. Swallow, Susie Dent, could they have done any better?
They could have. They could have had peatier. This peat bog is peatier than that other peat bog.
OK, on to our first numbers round. Sean, Harry, your turn to pick the numbers.
Usual, please.
The usual. 2 large, 4 little. The little ones are 9, 6, 8 and 5, 25 and 50.
The target is...
Target 626.
OK, your time starts now.
600 and what? 26.
26. Don't be distracted by the killer tune, Rosie. It's maths. Do the maths. Don't dance. So the target was 626. Rosie, did you get it? I noticed you were dancing.
No.
OK, John, did you get it?
No, I got 625.
625. Sean, did you get it?
No, I got 630.
Harry, did you get it?
I got 619.
OK, well, John, you were the closest. How did you get 625?
6 plus 8 is 14.
Yep.
Times by... Oh, I fucked this up, haven't I? Times by 50.
Times by 50, 700.
Yeah, I fucked this right up.
I'm going to go to Sean then. Sean, for 630.
25 plus 50
25 plus 50, 75.
times 8
600.
plus 5 times 6.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go, 4 away, lovely.
7 points to Sean. Yeah. Rachel Wiley, could that be done?
Yeah, you could say 50 plus 25 is 75. Take away 6 for 69, the fun one.
My favourite.
Times it by 9 for 621. Chuck on the 5, 626.
And here is your teaser. The words are prim tush, and the clue is I'm proud of mine. That's prim tush, I'm proud of mine. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser, the words were prim tush. The clue was I'm proud of mine. It was, of course, triumphs. So Sean and Harry are in the lead. We're going to mix things up a little bit. They've been playing in teams so far, but this game is just for John and Harry. So, Harry, your turn to choose.
Consonant.
T.
Vowel.
O.
Vowel.
A.
Consonant.
G.
Vowel.
E.
Consonant.
D.
Consonant.
S.
Consonant.
R.
Vowel.
O.
OK, and your time starts now. Jesus.
I've got 7 letters.
Yes, I've got 7 as well. Roasted.
Stooge, Jimmy.
Stooge is a 6. If you put the D at the end, you could have got the 7, but it's only a 6. I'm sorry.
Well, a little bit of controversy there from Susie Dent. 7 points to John, then. Sorry, Harry. Could they have done any better, Mr. Swallow, Susie?
They could have got Dortages.
What, sorry?
I don't know what it is, Dortages. Or Tourags.
So at the end of that round, both teams have 13 points. Right, now time for Sean and Rosie to go head-to-head with numbers. Rosie, your turn to pick.
Could I just have one big one and loads of little ones?
If you're not worried about Sean's wrath, you can definitely have one large.
Yeah.
Far enough away.
The Wrath of Sean.
The Wrath of Sean.
Come on.
We've got 9, 1, 8, 6, 10, and 100. And your target, 448.
OK, and your time starts now.
400.
OK, the target was 448. Sean, did you get it?
What's 6 times 9?
6 times 9. No one knows. It's one of those, it's a strange fact.
4, isn't it? So that's 454. No. No, I haven't.
You haven't got it. Rosie, have you got it?
Wait! Now I got 438, I think.
438.
Yeah.
How did you get 438? Because that's worth some points.
See, the problem with the poster, Jimmy, I can't read to my own writing. 6 minus 1, 5.
Yeah.
Times 100.
500.
Then I got 9 times 8.
72.
Take away
428.
plus 10.
Well done, 5 points.
5 points, well done. Rachel, could it be done?
Yes, it was possible. You could say 9 times 6 is 54. Take that away for the 100 for 46. Add 10 for 56. And times it by 8. 448.
John got it as well.
John got it. Did he tell you that, or are you just going by the smugness of the look? Sometimes when the other people are doing the maths, he'll just go...
Can I have a little plastic award for being an achiever?
Yes, you can give him your plastic award for being an achiever.
No, because he doesn't smile. He's smiley shit.
It does look like you're in pain when you smile.
There's a coldness to it.
Yeah. You know, say John walked into the room, lit up the room with his smile. I mean, fair enough. I don't think could be accused.
No, you
of
sometimes light up a room, but normally with petrol and matches.
Yes.
OK, so Sean and Harry have 13, John and Rosie have 18. Time to go across to Dictionary Corner. Mr. Swallow, what have you got for us?
Well, Jimmy, I'm just going to do a little anti-backing. Susie and John, do you mind just anti-backing your hands? Because I'm going to get you to do something and it's going to require you to anti-back your hands beforehand. So, during lockdown, I basically learnt how to weigh playing cards, like genuinely doing it by hand. And you can genuinely, you can teach yourself to do this with anything. I'm just going to demonstrate it because it is weird, but I've been practicing it a lot since March. So if I were to like just pop some cards onto my hand there, now I can tell you just by feeling it that I think that is about, I think it's either 10. No, it's more than 10. It's probably 12. I think that's 12. I'm just going to hand you those. Susie, can you count? I think 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How weird is that? No, genuinely, it's not made up. So look, Susie, if you take off an amount of cards, in a second, I'm going to get you to drop them onto my hand, OK? OK, go. 10. 10 cards. Genuinely, I think it's 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Isn't it weird? How good is that? Oh, my God. John, if you come round, we're going to do it one more time. Come round to the front. We're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm not going to look, but take a bunch of those cards. Just take a bunch of them. And I want you... Have you got them?
Yeah.
Put them in your pocket. OK, we don't need the rest of those. Put them in your pocket and tell me when they're in your pocket.
Well, they're right in there, mate.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to lift you up, if that's OK. We can't face each other because of COVID, so don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Face away. OK, try, here we go. OK, I want you to go and take the cards out of your pocket and give them to Susie. I'm not looking. Give them to Susie. I'm not looking. OK?
I didn't anti-back my pocket and there's a hole in it.
OK. OK, I'm going to lift you again. OK?
Lovely.
I'm going to lift you again now. 15 cards lighter. Genuinely, 15 cards lighter. Out loud, Susie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
There you go. How weird is that? Oh, my God. That's what I did in lockdown.
Because a lot of people wasted their time in lockdown.
Yeah, well, some people were trying to get a vaccine. I was just trying to do that.
I've actually lost half a stone under lockdown. Thanks for fucking noticing. 15 cards.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
The scores at the moment, Sean and Harry are on 13 points. John and Rosie are on 18. And here is your teaser. The words are I plan sex, and the clue is I'll talk you through it. That's I plan sex, I'll talk you through it. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were I plan sex. The clue was I'll talk you through it. It was, of course, explains. OK, on with the game. John, Rosie, your turn to pick the letters.
Thanks, mate. We'll have a consonant, please.
L.
And another one.
P.
And another one.
G.
A vowel, please.
A.
And another one.
U.
And another one, please.
E.
And a consonant, please.
W.
And a vowel, please.
A.
And a consonant, please.
And the last one, D.
Susie, could you put your phone down, concentrate while we play?
Sorry.
All right, your time starts now. Nothing personal, John. Harry, how many?
5.
5. Sean, how many?
6.
6. Magnificent. Rosie?
7, I think.
John, how many?
I also think 7.
OK. Harry, let's hear your 5.
Glade. Like the plug-in, the Glade plug-in that my nan uses instead of the vapes. You know, you light up a Glade.
Is it more like a pipe?
She uses it with a candle underneath it. Glade plug-in. She likes to smoke. She's up to 3 or 4 Glade plug-ins a day. It's not ideal.
Sean, you're 6?
Plague.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should get extra points, really, for being topical, shouldn't I?
John, you're 7?
Plague.
Oh,
Plague.
fuck.
Even more topical, if you ask me.
Oh, God.
Rosie, did you have the same?
Yeah, I put that shit in the pot.
Susie, could they have done any better?
No, plagued was the best that they could get, so well done.
7 points then for John and Rosie. The best that you could get there, the best that you could get.
Have you got a sponsorship deal with Gillette?
Gillette's a fine product, but it's no Glade plug-in. Relax in a pine forest with a modern pipe.
Am I the only person that thinks that air freshness must be very confusing for blind people? Oh, pine forest. Oh, it's the toilet.
You're assuming that blind people go purely on their sense of smell. They don't use any of their other senses, like memory. I was in a house 2 seconds ago.
So at the end of that, John and Rosie are in the lead with 25 points. Time now to go across to Dictionary Corner. Mr. Swallow, what have you got for us?
Yes, Jimmy. So basically, I just wanted to have a little look at the nursery rhyme, oranges and lemons. So you know the one, oranges and lemons, to the bells of St. Clement's. So it drives me absolutely mad. Could you just think about what you're saying for a second? Oranges and lemons, OK. Say what? The bells, right, of St. Clement's. Totally mad. Right, second line doesn't do it any favours. You owe me 5 farthings to the bells of St. Martin's. Right, sorry, stop a sec. Who owes you money? And this is coming from a bell. What kind of world do we live in now where bells can start demanding money? Third line, when will you pay me? So the bells of Old Bailey, impatient, innit? When are you going to pay me? For a bell? Fourth line, when I grow rich, so the bells of Shoreditch. Well, at least we know who he's talking to. Another bell, based in Shoreditch, who seems to be having financial difficulties, it would seem. Fifth line, when will that be? So the bells of Stepney. Right, why are you bothered, Stepney? That's what I want to know. This doesn't involve you, right? Next line, I do not know, says the great bell of Bow. They weren't even talking to you, Bow. Why are you getting involved? Penultimate line, here comes a candle to light you to bed. What? Where's that come from? Final line, and here comes a chopper to chop off your head. No, it pisses me off. Right? But the whole thing's about bells and then you get your head chopped off. Where's the moral in that? I feel sick, Jimmy. Actually, what is it with bell songs, right? Ding dong merrily and high and hender, but we all know that, right? Verse 1, absolutely fine. Verse 2, however, in so here below, below. Right, whose idea was it to open like that? Second line, let steeple bells be swung and you can't just make up words. That's not how it works. Third line, and ayo. I don't know why you've even bothered starting to write this song. Fourth line, by priest and people sung and... Right, well, you've shot yourself in the foot there, haven't you? Because if you hadn't used swungen earlier, you wouldn't be in this god-awful mess. The irony of the start of the third verse, may you beautifully rhyme, no way, piss off. Piss off. I'm moving on, Jimmy, moving on.
Mr. Swallow, everyone. And here is your final teaser. The words are car nuts. The clue is num 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 num. That's car nuts. Num 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 num. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were car nuts. The clue was num 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 num. It was, of course, currants. OK, time for our final letters game. Sean, Harry, your turn to choose.
Do you know what, Harry? I feel a bit peckish, yeah?
Well, best you get something after the show, Sean.
No, I fancy something now. I fancy a strawberry milkshake. would you get me a strawberry milkshake?
I'm pretty sure there's no strawberries in that fridge.
Well, you know, the fridge will know if there's any strawberries. That's why you have that fridge, to find out if it's possible to make a strawberry milkshake. I'd really like a strawberry milkshake, Harry.
All right.
And be quick, because we've got to play the game as well. So.
All right, OK.
And I'm quite thirsty.
All right. What was it? Strawberry milkshake?
Yeah, strawberry milkshake.
OK. Right, so we open the door, and of course, it's the voice-activated fridge. Strawberries! You're in luck. You're in luck, Sean. Yes, there's
there's loads of strawberries.
There's loads of strawberries there. And now, Sean, when it comes to a strawberry milkshake, do you like your milkshake milky, or do you prefer, like I do, to have the emphasis very much on the fruit?
Milky.
Well, perhaps you'd like to ask the fridge if it's got any milk in it.
Certainly.
Yes. Why don't you come over and interrogate the fridge?
Just a milkshake. You've got to ask it for some milk. There's strawberries galore.
There's no problem with the strawberries, it's just the...
Milk.
Say it a bit louder than that, Sean.
Do you?
Yeah.
Milk.
Not like that. Milk! Well, really. Needs a bit of work, that fridge.
A few teething problems.
Yeah.
Harry, how does your fridge work?
Well, you know the terrible effect that the global pandemic has had on the entertainment world?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, well, inside every voice-activated fridge is an out-of-work actor. In this case, it's Charlie Slater from EastEnders.
How was that, Harry?
We'll talk about it later, all right. Yeah. If that's not entertainment, I don't know what is.
OK, on with the game. Sean, Harry, choose your letters.
Right, yes.
I'll have a consonant, please, Rachel.
Thanks, Sean. L.
Vowel.
O.
L is for the way you look at me. Oh. Yes. Anyway, go on.
Consonant.
C.
Consonant.
S.
Consonant.
T.
Vowel.
A.
Consonant.
C.
Vowel.
E.
Consonant.
And the last one, F.
OK, and your 30 seconds starts now. OK. Sean, how many?
5.
Harry, how many?
4.
John, how many?
7.
Rosie, how many?
6.
6. OK, Harry, let's hear your 4-letter word.
Well, I don't know if you've heard of the word lost.
Sean, you're 5.
Costa. Costa. The Costa Kent.
Susie, you happy with that?
Yeah, it means a rib linked to coast, which is like a coastline is like the rib of land.
Right.
Rosie, you're 6.
That's it.
Facets with an S.
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
Facets.
Very good.
Yeah,
Fancy. OK, what's your 7, John?
Locates.
very nice.
7 points to John. Mr. Swallow, Susie Dent, could they have done any better?
7, it's all 7s tonight. Lactose is there for another 7. Folates, so quite a few 7s, but nothing more.
OK, so Sean and Harry have 13 points. John and Rosie have 32 points.
32.
OK, fingers on buzzers. Time for today's Countdown Conundrum. Your time starts now. Sean?
underdogs.
Well, you were the underdogs, but you've only gone and got the bloody conundrum. Take a look. I mean, yeah. And that does change things. That means you've been beaten by less. Yeah, I can tell you that...
What a feeling!
Harry and Sean got 23 points this evening, but John and Rosie are winners with 32 points. Yeah. So congratulations to John and Rosie. You're now the proud owner of these, the Countdown houseplants. Thanks to all our panellists, all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.